So let's discuss the latest episode of Ikokuniki. I will be discussing episode 4 of Ikokuniki, so here's your spoiler warning. This episode did begin on a much lighter note, so we have Makio meeting up with her high school friends. I also really enjoyed seeing the flashbacks to when they were in high school, and then seeing all those women grown up. Something that I found really refreshing when watching this scene was how open they were about some of the mistakes that they've made throughout their lives, whether it's divorce, messing up at work. I love these girl failures. And you know what? I'm one as well. And it's a really good reminder to just take it easy on yourself because we've all kind of stumbled on our adulthood. And sometimes we trip and fall. But the best thing you can do is get up and try to move forward. We also did see Makio's ex boyfriend once again, and it was so cute seeing Asa just be like, whoa, my god, you're a real adult, because he seemingly has his act together compared to Makio. But throughout this episode, we saw reminders of Asa's mom and how Makio just isn't able to live up to Asa's mother. Nor is she really trying to necessarily, but in Asa's life, she's always had very put together adults surrounding her, whether it was her parents, Emily's mother as well, just more serious adults, I guess. She hasn't really been faced with adults like Makio and her friends who are open about their mistakes in life. So Asa in this episode goes to her high school entrance ceremony, where she meets all her new classmates, and during this entrance ceremony, all of the parents were in attendance. Except for Asa, of course, but instead of keeping it to herself that she has just lost her parents, she was actually upfront and told her other classmates that she has no parents. She tried to laugh it off, but from there, she was faced with the reality that she's going to be lonely and her life will look very different from her peers. There were moments throughout this episode where she saw her mother say the words that Makio was actually saying, but then she's faced with the reality that her mother is truly gone, and who has replaced her is her aunt. Her aunt that enjoys solitude when working and also respects privacy as well. So, despite the fact that Asa and Makio were not really seeing eye to eye, they decided to have a conversation, basically set their boundaries. Makio was able to accept the fact that Asa is feeling lonely, but Makio was also very honest about her own needs. So, it wasn't a heartfelt conversation where she was comforting Asa, but in her own way, she just wanted to be on the same page as Asa. Maybe some people will find Makio to be a little cold hearted, but it is evident that Makio does care for Asa and wants the best for her. In case you wanted to know, I did cry while watching today's episode, especially once we got to Asa's entrance ceremony. It definitely got to me. I cried less than an episode